Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined over Zoom. Denzel Bentley, fight week. Fight Dereck Chisora for your WBO International Middleweight title. Denzel, after your last fight at York Hall, I think George Warren said July, we got a date back here, nice and active, and another big fight for you, right?
Yeah, that's what he said. It didn't end up being July, but August ain't too far away, so that's fine. Yeah, we're here now, so still good.
Yeah, I was just looking at your record actually before we joined, and one thing you have been in your career is active, and no matter what the setbacks have been, you've always come back, and it just feels like every time you have come back, it is that little bit stronger.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I don't like losing, man. I've lost too many times for my liking, so I just like always have a point to prove. Like a chip on my shoulder type attitude. It's like, you know what, I got to make it count because ain't nothing given to me here, so I've got to do the work. So, and that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying, I mean, I got goals that I want to achieve, and however I get there, I'm gonna make sure I get there. So that's my mentality.
When you look at your record, certainly domestically, there isn't many names in the middleweight division over the last 5 years you haven't gotten in there with. As you say, you got a few too many losses than you would like, but when all's said and done, you want to look back and know that you fought everyone at whatever level it is.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't regret the decisions I've made in my career. It's just not winning the fights is what's annoying. I mean, I'd do the same thing again if I can go undefeated. I'd beat everyone, but of course I haven't. But like you said, domestically, I've sort of for everyone. It's kind of getting a bit boring, so to speak. But when there's a good fight ahead of me, like domestic or not, it's like, okay, you know what, that'll make a good fight still. But I would like to fight people from other countries and try and gain some fans from, you know, their countries or around the world and other places. Because when I went Vegas to fight Janibek, a lot of the Americans kind of caught on to me and was like, oh, this boy can fight. And I'd kind of like that across the board. But if I'm in a domestic fight and I feel like it's going to be a good fight for me to be in and I'm going to enjoy it, I don't mind it, to be honest. That's probably why I've had so many domestic fights.
Do you think Osaze could be your last one?
I don't know. Still got Hamza. That's about it. I know it's a different level, but he's still domestic. So, yeah. I mean, Hamza's still there, or somehow Taladeni wins. Taladeni's still there. So probably not. No.
What do you think of Dereck as an opponent? Obviously, his only loss is to who you just mentioned, Tyler, and we've just seen what Tyler's got on. So it's a very, very live opponent in there on Saturday night.
Yeah, 100%. I think all my opponents have been live opponents. I ain't had no squeezes in this game since I started boxing at some sort of championship level. So Dereck's he's a good fighter. He won the Ultimate Boxer a few years back. He's very physical, he's very strong, and he throws a lot of punches. So he's very active. So I think it'll make for a good fight, an exciting fight, and I just gotta make sure I find my feet early so I come out victorious on Saturday.
Obviously, it's the WBO ranked title. You fought for that WBO World Title before, against Janibek. Is that the route you'd like to go down and kind of maybe push for that rematch further on down the line?
Yeah, most definitely. That's where I am. I'm number 2 at WBO. So there's no point in looking for other routes or other ways to try and get there. I'm right there with one of the governing bodies. So I'm gonna keep working on that. Keep pushing myself in position to, get a mandatory position or a mandatory call up or even fight for a vacant title. We never know what could happen. But whatever happens, I want to be in position to receive the call up to say you're up next.
Obviously, that night against Janibek, you was praised heavily, but you didn't get the result you wanted. Although it was an excellent performance, you bettered so many of Janibek's previous and opponents that he'd next on to fight. So do you think when you look at Janibek now, you think I can go that extra bit further, I can beat him?
Yeah, most definitely. I went into that fight with a lack of experience. I'd never been in a ring with anyone world level sparring. No one, just guys that you believe are that good, but no one ever that had fought for a world title or won a world title. I ain't been in the ring with none of these guys. I started boxing late, so I went in there like without knowing what to expect. I mean, and I think now I know what to expect. Now I got a lot more experience. I'm a seasoned pro myself, been a pro like just over 6 years and been at that level, lost, come back, lost, come back. So all of that is just experience. And I feel like what I managed to do to him with less experience than I have now, I reckon if we go in again, I'll be able to do a little bit more, which could be the difference.
When you look at your last performance against Danny, obviously it didn't last that long, but you got in there, done the business, and I think that kind of maybe shut a few people up, shut a few doubters up, coming off the back of the Heaney defeat. How important was that for you to get back on track, but not just that, and just kind of say, look, I'm still here, I'm ready, and that was kind of a little misstep what happened last November?
Yeah, I needed a performance like that, not just for the crowd and proving a point, which I like doing, but just for my own mental, just for myself, because like my brain, like the last fight, like you said in November, my head was fried, and I had to know that I got myself back. Like let me get back. Have I got myself back? Am I back? Kind of thing. And in training, everything was going well, everything was looking good in training, but it was just about performing on the night. And on the night, I just felt razor sharp. I just felt proper. I was so on it. I was so locked in and focused. So that performance against Danny Dignam, it surprised me because I thought he would hold on to about 5-6 rounds. But I knew what I was going to do to him. But I just didn't feel like it would come that early. But I saw the opportunities and I took them. So I was happy with that performance because, like you said, a lot of people, were like, cool, maybe that was a little slip up. But I'm at a stage in my career where I can't afford no more though. So I've always got to be on point. So I'm hoping you see performances like that for me for, the next however long I'm boxing at this level for.
How does this weekend go?
Listen, I gotta get my hand raised, innit? I gotta get my hand raised by any means. Like I said, Osaze is tough, throws a lot of punches, and he's determined. You feel me? He's determined. I don't think he's gonna give in easily, but however it goes, I'm looking for a stoppage. I do every time, but however it goes, I gotta get my hand raised.
Do you think he's a better opponent than Danny Dignam?
I think he's not better boxing wise, but I think he's more willing and more tough. And I think he wants to revive his career rather than give it one more shot. He wants to get his career back on track because he probably feels like he hasn't got the accolades he deserves, especially after winning the Ultimate Boxer. And then coming back and losing to Denny, I feel like he feels hard done by. And this is his chance to kind of prove that you lot take notice of me. So, yeah.
Just last one. Throughout the losses, throughout the missteps, but throughout all the comebacks, Frank Warr and George Warr and Queensbury have stuck by you and kind of always pushed you high up on their shows, whether it's headlining at York Hall, whether it's on the Magnificent Seven cards, pushing for that world title. They have stuck by you enough. I think they have done a very good job for you, so you must be grateful for them.
Oh, 100%, man. 100%, man. They've looked after me. They've done well. They've done well by me. So it's like I can't go out and start throwing my toes at the pram because I didn't perform and I feel like I deserve another shot. No, even after that loss, I came back out and I headlined again. So yeah, no, they know I can fight, and they appreciate my mindset and that I'm always willing to be in good fights. So I'm not hard to work with, and yeah, they've stuck by me. Like you said, I mean, a few people have taken losses on any promotional stages, and you don't see them again or for a long time, or they go somewhere else, and you're thinking, oh, what happened there? But these guys have always, kept my name in the hat, kept pushing me forward, put me on good shows, and yeah, man, I'm grateful for it.
Excellent, Denzel. Thank you very much for speaking to IFLTV, and best of luck for fight night. I will see you then. Thank you very much, mate.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.